It's about music. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand for the right authority. But it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Grumpy, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Easy, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so going to put in toto ichiki. Bila living sense in hot.
Oh, yes, folks, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are, and following us on our Facebook page or YouTube. Those of you by your radio and at your business place, wherever you are and following, we want to say welcome to the midweek edition of the Print News. And this is your regular future. It comes your way every weekday from Monday through Friday. And I'm here this morning. My name is Wendell Nimne, and I'm here with Esther Daku. Esther, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning to all of you out there. It's good to be back again on Wednesday. I had to miss yesterday because I had something really important, that I had to handle. But it's good to be here where I can share my thoughts today.
All right, folks, that's it. So we want to welcome all of you to this midweek edition of the program from the Print News. And this program is brought to you through the kind courtesy of Crime Stopper Liberia, Exeter's Best Price Store, and Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. So I'm here, and together with Esther, we hoping to join Aliyu Masale there in the USA to run you straight up to 12:30 this afternoon. Well, let's remember some folks that are celebrating, and will be celebrating today and tomorrow. Want to say happy birthday to you, Victoria Jo Nambe of Caldwell. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Is a birthday treat here from your big sister, Mrs. Margaret Mami Nimne, and also for me and all of us, the Nimne family, to you. And tomorrow, September 4, is going to be the birthday of my daughter, Amanda Irreplaceable Love Masna Nimne, and our workmate here at Freedom Princess, Alexa Vanja Cully. Those are the celebrants for tomorrow. Today is Victoria Jo Nambe. We'll say happy birthday to you, and happy pre-birthday to Amanda and Alexa. All right, so folks, Esther and I will be sharing with you the front page Africa newspaper and the Inquirer newspaper. So let's begin with the front page. We will get to top stories. A blessing for farmers. How one factory is reviving Liberia's rubber industry. And we see another story. It says tension in Ganta. Protesters threaten to burn down police station over death of motorcyclists. Lawmaker intervenes. And this has to do with legal issues. Defendants' rights to counsel. George, other Assam defendants back to Monrovia prison in ongoing legal fight, cites legal jurisdiction. But let's get to this Ganta story. Very interesting. Let's get to know what transpired yesterday in Ganta. Let's take a few lines from that story. Let's see what we can get to it and take a few lines from there. Okay, so we trying to get to that story right here on the front page Africa newspaper. It says here, Ganta Nima County. Tension has engulfed the city of Ganta after the body of a 22-year-old Jackson Rowland was discovered in District Number 8, sparking angry protests from motorcyclists who blocked major roads and threatened to burn down the local police station. According to eyewitnesses and reports gathered by Front Page Africa, Rowland's body was discovered near the CMC junction in District Number 8. In protest, scores of motorcyclists staged demonstrations blocking key highways, including the Ganta-Boncano Road, Ganta-Saclipie Road, and the Saniquele Highway. The blockade disrupted traffic to and from Monrovia, Saclipie, Saniquele, and even neighboring Guinea and Ivory Coast. The two men accused of Rowland's killing are currently being held at a police facility in Bond County. Protest turns violent. The demonstration began peacefully as motorcyclists carry Rowland's body from the Ganta United Methodist Hospital to the local police station, chanting slogans and holding placards demanding justice. The tensions escalated when the body was handed over to the authorities. Some motorcyclists grew agitated, hurling stones at police officers, prompting officers to fire tear gas to disperse the crowd. This is not the first time this is the eighth, one protester shouted, vowing that the killing of motorcyclists would no longer go unpunished. Impact on community. The police cracked down with tear gas affected nearby residents, including elderly people and business owners. Several shops were forced to close, and some residents fled the surrounding villages out of fear of renewed clashes. With this ongoing unrest, it is nearly impossible to run a business, one shop owner lamented. We need peace for our community to thrive. Authorities appeal for calm. Local leaders, including Ganta City Mayor Samuel C. Hart, District Number 1 Representative Samuel Brown, and Nima County Police Commander Lamin Medin intervened, urging the motorcyclists to remain calm and pursue justice peacefully. Only peaceful engagement can resolve these conflicts, they stressed. Patterns of killings, Roland's death is part of a disturbing trend. He is reportedly the eighth motorcyclist killed in the area under similar circumstances, with attackers allegedly seizing their motorcycles. Bond County Police Commander Faz V. Sharif uh, confirmed the arrest of two suspects in connection with Roland's death, and they are currently undergoing investigation about the victim. Although initially reported as a motorcyclist, Roland was actually a trainee in soap making at the Nina Group of Agriculture Projects in Ganta Pearson community. Mr. Newton S. Woye Senior, proprietor of the Nina Group, told Front Page Africa that Roland usually visited his parents on weekends and returned early Mondays for training. When they failed to return this week, Woye raised the alarm, prompting police to launch a search before his body was eventually discovered. So, Esther, that's what led to the tension yesterday in Ganta City. All right, so let's get to the big stories on the front page of Front Page Africa newspaper. Pomocan citizens in Maryland County decry neglect, call on government for roads and health services. We vote always, but are forgotten. Our people have been left behind for too long. Politicians come, make promises, get our votes, and forget us. But today, this engagement gives us hope that our voices are being heard. Francis told Town Chief Pomocan Town. Let's take a few lines from that story. Very, very interesting. Let's get to a few lines from there. This is the program from the Pre News on Freedom FM 87.9. This beautiful and lovely Wednesday in the nation's capital, Monrovia. So let's take a few lines from that story. It says, yeah, where is it? Where is that story? I'm trying to get to it. Oh, this Front Page Africa. Okay, where is that story? Where is it? Where is that story? I'm trying to search. But just can see that story. So, well, folks, that story is not available. I just don't know why, but it's nowhere to be found. Esther, I'm telling you, it's nowhere.
This one.
Yeah, I just can't see it. I'm searching, and I just can't see it. I just don't know where is that story. But folks, okay, I think we've there now.
Yeah.
We finally got it. All right, it says for years the people of Pomocan have turned out to vote in every election, helping to shape leadership in Maryland County's District Number 3. Yet residents say the promises made to them have gone largely unfulfilled. Over the weekend, citizens broke their silence during a town hall meeting facilitated by the County Accountability and Advocacy Team, CAT, under Nimot, Liberia, voicing frustration over poor infrastructure, weak education, and the lack of health services. Citizens speak out. Residents highlighted urgent needs such as roads and bridges, which are deteriorating and dangerous, restricting movement and commerce. Pomocan also remains cut off from mobile network access. Education and healthcare are equally dire. The local elementary school has just one teacher, no desks, blackboards, or latrines, and no learning materials. With no clinic or health facility, residents must walk a long distances must walk long distances for basic medical care. Our people have been left behind for too long. Politicians come, make promises, get our votes, and forget us, said Town Chief Francis Tour. But today, this engagement gave us hope that our voices are being heard. Youth President Alex Cooper stressed the urgent need for infrastructure. The roads are our major concern. Representative Austin Taylor promised improvements, but nothing has happened. Women leader Jeanette Ba added, our children cannot attend school because there are no teachers. Our crops rot because roads are impassable. We need help. Other residents, including Pastor Peter P. Poca Sr. and Elder Alexander Weir, lamented that unsafe bridges and roads have cost lives. A history of neglect. Pomocan struggles mirror conditions across rural Liberia in September 2024. A 55-year-old man, David Flumo, died after falling from a poorly built bridge while transporting rubber by motorcycle. Former U.S. Ambassador to Liberia, Michael McCarthy, who toured all 15 counties in 2023, condemned the government's neglect of rural communities. He revealed that several county hospitals received none of the funds appropriated for them in the 2022 budget, describing the situation as deeply troubling and suggesting collusion among government institutions. 2 years later, under a new administration, residents say little has changed. CAT and NEMO intervention, county ability, and advocacy team commended Pomocan citizens for speaking out and pledged to amplify their concerns. This is the beginning of something different. Your voices will be heard, and we will continue to push for real action, the group assured. Well, let's leave it there and take our final story before sending controls to Esther. And this is our final story. New mothers suffer alone with a condition that devastates families. A smile in public and died inside. I begin to resent the sound of her cry. I wonder if this was God's punishment for some sin I couldn't remember committing. I became two people, the Sharon everyone saw, and the Sharon who was slowly disappearing inside. Sharon, survivor of postpartum psychosis. And many people associate postpartum psychosis with witchcraft. Instead of seeking medical help, families often take affected women to traditional healers or prayer camps. This delay is getting proper treatment can worsen the condition significantly. Dr. Noah Gopo Dolo Dennis. Let's get to few lines, just few lines, and then we send controls to Esther to bring us the Inquirer newspaper. All right. It says here for Sharon, the birth of her daughter was one of the happiest days of her life. The 35-year-old had sailed through her first pregnancy and childbirth 4 years earlier with a baby girl. But after this second birth, as the weeks passed, an invisible weight began to press down on her. As the congratulations faded and visitors stopped coming, Sharon found herself drowning in a darkness that had no name in her native Kwele language. Sharon had led the choir at Mount Sinai Baptist Church for 8 years, her voice soaring the congregation each Sunday, but now awaiting her newborn daughter in the humid Monrovia night, she could barely summon the strength to hum a lullaby. I began to resent the sound of her cry, she says in an interview at her Monrovia home. I wonder if this was God's punishment for some sin I couldn't remember committing. I became two people, the Sharon everyone saw, and the Sharon who was slowly disappearing inside. No one keeps data on how many Liberian women suffer from what is known as postpartum depression, but a Ministry of Health survey estimated that in at least one in every five births, mothers suffer from the illness in the sub Saharan African region. Health officials suspect the true number is far higher in a resource constrained nation like Liberia, where mental illness carries the weight of a central shame, spiritual suspicion, lack of diagnosis and support systems, and deep stigma. Women suffer in silence while their families interpret their anguish as ingratitude to God. Dr. Noah Gopo Dolo Dennis, director of the Family Health Program at Liberia's Ministry of Health, says she has witnessed this crisis unfold in examination rooms across the country. After more than a decade treating women in Liberia's fragile healthcare system, she describes postpartum depression as very common and often underdiagnosed. I have personally diagnosed women years after delivery who did not realize they had postpartum depression. Dr. Dennis said many are suffering in silence. The symptoms, sleep disturbances beyond normal newborn schedules, anxiety that transforms routine tasks into undefeatable obstacles, mood swings that feel like emotional whiplash are often dismissed as typical adjustment struggles. But for women like Sharon, the experience goes far beyond normal fatigue. At Mount Sinai Baptist Church, Sharon became a master of performance. She would dress in her finest wrapper, fix her hair in elaborate braids, carry her daughter proudly in a colorful baby sling, all while feeling like she was suffocating. I smiled in public and died in private, she said. Esther, I think we can stop here and send controls to you to bring us what is there in the Inquirer newspaper. Thank you so much.
Okay. So, like he said, I have the Inquirer on my decks, and here the top story says more troubles for Mapayan's leadership if, and it's right here. The University of Liberia is facing a storm of criticism after a leaked document revealed that more than 203 faculty and staff members, including prominent figures such as former Central Bank of Liberia Governor J. Mills Jones and former Environmental Protection Agency Director Prof. Wilson Tape, have been recommended for retirement in what is being. This has the completion of the story. Let's run there and bring you some more lines. And described as a cost reduction exercise. The document obtained by this newspaper entitled University of Liberia Faculty and Staff Listing as of June 2025 was reportedly drafted by UL's interim Vice President for Finance and Fiscal Affairs, Lester Tenney. It outlines proposed retirements and cost-cutting measures pending approval from UL President Dr. Ophidio Mapian. A list which reportedly includes details such as employment dates, dates of birth, gender, and ages of faculty members. However, the proposal has sparked an uproar among critics who allege that the move is part of the broader scheme by Dr. Mapian to reshape the university's faculty structure in favor of loyalists. According to multiple critics, Dr. Mapian has allegedly reported nearly 50 individuals, many of whom were previously redundant by UCIT into the university faculty, granting them academic ranks ranging from assistant to associate professor. They further accused her of instructing Dr. Tenney to prematurely retire senior professors, including those who have not yet reached the statutory retirement age. in order to create space for the new appointees. Among the most notable names on the retirement list are Dr. J. Mills Jones, former Central Bank of Liberia's governor, Prof. S. Maurice Cooper, Prof. Wilson Tappet, former EPA executive director. However, critics are arguing that these individuals recommended for retirement represent decades of institutional memories, professional expertise, and dedication to the university's development. They warn that their removal will undermine academic freedom, weaken institutional integrity, and erode the quality of higher education at UL. They believe that the intent behind this scheme is to weaken independent voices within the faculty ranks, accommodate loyalists, and erode the university autonomy. If this agenda succeeds, UL risks being run by favoritism rather than merit, jeopardizing its credibility nationally and internationally. One critic told this paper. In an interview with this newspaper on a condition of anonymity, one of the affected faculty described the retirement plan as a troubling sign of political patronage within the university. This move appears less about academic reform and more about consolidating personal power. Qualified and experienced faculty are being quietly pushed out to make room for appointees whose loyalty is to Dr. Mapoyan rather than the institution, he alleged. When the head of the university's relations, Norris Twe, was contacted for comment, he declined to engage on the matter, citing personal time. It's after working hours and I am on the tennis court right now. The university only pays me for working hours. I had a long day. I can talk now, Twe said during a brief telephone exchange. As the controversy deepens, many within academic and civil society cycles are calling for transparency and a thorough review of the proposed retirement list. With the credibility and autonomy of Liberia's oldest and largest public university at stake, pressure is mounting on Dr. Mapoyan to address the concerns and clarify the administration's long-term vision for the institution. But let's leave you here. That's all we can take. Let's bring you to more stories on the front page of the Inquirer. Overpass breach will create jobs. Waka shows. Overpass breaches, will create jobs. Waka shows. President Joseph Boakai has officially broken grounds for the construction of the long-awaited China aid overpass bridges, a significant infrastructure project funded by the Chinese government. The groundbreaking ceremony done yesterday, September 2nd, 2025, was jointly organized by the government through the Ministry of Public Works in collaboration with the China Aid project team. The project, which is expected to last for over years, is poised to alleviate traffic congestion along the Tottenham Boulevard route to Monrovia or Pinsville, as well as create jobs of direct and indirect jobs for Liberians. The colorful ceremony at the front of the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Ministerial Complex in Congotown was attended by government officials, Chinese ambassadors to Liberia, and local community leaders, among others. However, information has it that the construction of the two overpass bridges and funded by China stems from a US 54 million Chinese. Completion is right here on page 10. And it says that grant to Liberia announced during the 2018 Forum on China and Africa Cooperation. According to information, the idea and preparatory discussion for the grant started during the the administration of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and later got finalized during the immediate past government of former President George Weah. Officially launching the project, President Boakai emphasized the crucial role infrastructure plays in economic development, highlighting overpasses as a vital step in improving transportation and connectivity for the country. Today, we are working on a project that will change how people travel, trade, and live along one of the capital's busiest routes with the building of these two overpass bridges on Tubman Boulevard, Boca Bract, one near the ministerial complex and the other further east at SKD Boulevard, are more than just concrete and steel. They are practical solutions to reduce congestion, improve road safety, and prevent the economic losses our people face every day due to traffic delays in delivering and acquiring goods and services, he said. According to the Liberian leader, the function of the project is the power of road infrastructure, which he says shortens distance, lowers cost, and enhances economic growth. Let's stop you there and bring you more stories this morning. Liberia pilots anti-affairs policy tracker as Africa ramps up fight against illicit financial flows. That's it. Let's bring you to the back page of the Inquirer newspaper and go slow. UL board appeals to faculty. The board of the trustees the Board of Trustees of the University of Liberia has called on the UL Faculty Association to immediately resume work while the administration addresses their concerns. In a statement issued Monday, the board acknowledged the grievances raised by UFA, but urged faculty and staff to prioritize the continuity of teaching, learning, and research. The board understands the concerns raised by the UF Faculty Association and is committed to working collaboratively with the faculty and the university administration to resolve them. The statement read, to demonstrate urgency, the board has scheduled an emergency meeting for Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025, to deliberate on ULFA's demands. A further caution against any action that could disrupt academic activities during this period. The move comes after ULFA, in a resolution passed on Friday, August 29, 2025, instructed members to suspend all academic activities across UL until their welfare issues are addressed. Among the faculty's key concerns are poor sanitary conditions, delays in promotion, salary disparities, social security issues, study leave, challenges in campus renovations. More recent grievances include pay over low allowances and outstanding salaries for vacation school. The board assures faculty and stakeholders that it is actively working to resolve these long-standing issues and call on all parties to exercise patience in the interest of the university's mission. And finally, for the back page of the Inquirer newspaper, tangible manifestation, Ambassador Yan retrospect China's ties with Liberia. And then so far we know these are all of the stories we have. Let's send controls to you.
Thank you very much, Esther, for that splendid presentation of the Inquirer newspaper. But usual, we would definitely recap all of the stories we read before going for our break. So this morning, let's get back to the front page African newspaper. It says top stories: a blessing for farmers. How one factory is reviving Liberia's rubber industry. And tension in Ganta, protesters threaten to burn down police station over death of motorcyclists. Lawmaker intervenes. And lastly, for top stories, defendant rights to counsel. George order Assan defendants back to Monrovia prison in ongoing legal fights, cites legal jurisdiction and these are the top stories. Let's get to the big ones now, the banner ones, headlines. Pomocan citizens in Maryland decry neglect, call on government for roads and health services. We vote always, but are forgotten. Our people have been left behind for too long. Politicians come, make promises, get our votes, and forget us. But today, this engagement gives us hope that our voices are being heard. Francis told Town Chief Pomocan Town. And lastly, for the front page African newspaper, new mothers suffer alone with a condition that devastates families. A smile in public and died inside. All right. That does it for the front page Africa. The Inquirer, more troubles for Mapaya's leadership if and overpass bridges will create jobs, Bwaka assures. And Liberia pilots anti-IFS policy tracker as Africa ramps up fight against illicit financial flows. To the back page, and go slow. Your board appeals to faculty. And lastly, tangible manifestation, Ambassador Yan retrospect China's ties with Liberia. But Esther, let me just read this. The Inquirer newspaper has learned with sadness the sadness news of the critical illness of the broadcast journalist Frank Lobo, alias Dog Pound, and joins the family in soliciting support for his urgent evacuation abroad for an advanced treatment. Every hour counts. Let us unite to save his life. Donations can be made to Mrs. Nude Lobos Cash App account. Oh, that's Ward Josephine 313-742-6465. Mobile money number 0555 423-910. Receiver Nude Lobo. Your generous donations will be welcome. Well, folks, that's it. Let's catch up with our break. When we come back, we'll definitely bring you our talking points.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Easy, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so going deep and deeper. Put in thought to Ichiki. Be that living sense in her.
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, you will report it. Don't take law in your hands or the real authority. Really can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, and I mean you cheche, do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must part to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper. Stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us.
They are keeping us safe and stopping crimes for all of us. All right. Not for me, but for all of us, including you. All right. So, folks, let's welcome you back to the program from the Print News. And we brought you too many interesting stories. And these are what caught our attention. The issue with the University of Liberia and the tension yesterday that erupted in Nema County with the police and motorcyclists. It's very, very troubling. Currently, the University of Liberia faculty has put down their chalk because they are dissatisfied with certain things at the state-run university.
Right.
So, if those concerns are not met, according to them, they would definitely, not go back to the classroom.
Right.
So, what becomes of our students who pay for, getting education? What becomes of them? This is the main issue. How do they go about? So it's very important. And as you see, these are some of the things that lead to corruption.
Mhm.
Corruption. Look, in other countries, like I was sitting with a medical student the other day, and he was sharing with us about the University of Lagos. And the guy was saying, look, when you go to the University of Lagos, you will condemn the campuses of the University of Liberia. I'm telling you. Because we seem to not be serious in this country. All those years, the University of Liberia, in this modern Asian time, instructors, professors are struggling. They are complaining because of salary disparity. There are no basic incentives for them, and nothing happening for them. So the university is right now. Yesterday was a protest,
Mhm.
right?
A serious one.
A serious one at a university
Where I
campus.
watched the
Mhm.
students and the police in
Yeah.
a serious battle,
Yeah,
throwing rocks and all of that.
and most of the time the police, I don't know, but Greg Coleman, you need to, I don't know, but like we always told you, Gregory Coleman, that do not be used by these politicians, because the police is for everybody. The police is not for one a group of people. The police is there to protect and serve. But the way how sometimes the police can go about in effecting arrests or calming down, situation and all of that, it provokes you. Because when you go there with that intention to go and say, look, I go in there with deal with them, all of that trouble. That's exactly what led to what happened yesterday. Even in Nima County,
Right.
the guys went to the police station with the body. You started, calling on the police to intervene. And the police decided, according to them, the story we read, that the guys decided to leave the body there because they wanted the police to make some intervention. In the process of doing that, there was serious tension. Everything went helter skelter yesterday in Nima County. We saw pictorial evidence to that on the social media.
We did.
So the government needs to, redirect her attention to the University of Liberia, because that's the state-run university. The professors there, they need to be, well paid.
And besides that, when even though you want to talk about the faculty issue,
Mm,
let's also just include those that have been listed for retirement that
Mhm. Yeah.
that it does not go according to the statutory rights and stuff like that. So this have been happening not just at the University of Liberia, it happened in different ministries or agencies in this country. People with the power or people who feels like they have that mantle of authority, they can just do anything they want to do it. I mean, list people names when you're. Do you know what it means when you are not, you do not know it in your mind that you're supposed to be retired by this institution?
No, but the
And then
thing
all of a
is,
sudden, just wait a minute,
mm,
all of a sudden there's a listing out and boom, you are on pension list when it is not time, right? Like for example, you have places like the Central Bank of Liberia where you work for 25 years. So you know very well that 25 years time you will be retired from the central bank. You plan for that, right?
mm,
But then when it's not time, and then people just see it as necessary, include you on a pension list when it is a problem. It is a serious problem. Even though I agree with the fact that you cannot work government job for the rest of your life. You have to give others the chance to come in. That's why you do something for yourself on the side so that at the end of the day, when you retire, you have something, to continue your life with. But again, it's a problem when people do when it's not time to retire and somebody wants to retire you. Nobody will accept that.
that's true. But once you reach the retirement age in
Exactly.
our country,
You should, yeah.
once you reach the
You should
retirement
be
age,
retired.
definitely you must be retired.
Of course.
All right. But where, like some government institutions, you have to work for 25 years. And
Yes.
after the 25 years, everything is enshrined in the handbook of that institution.
Mhm.
So once you reach that 25 years, you must retire. If the company still needs your service, they can hire you for consultancy.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
All right. So that's said and done.
Mhm.
But where in the case you have now reached the retirement age and they want to force you into early retirement, that is an issue.
It is an issue. You can battle that.
So my thing here is, Wilson Tape and all of these guys, have they reached the age of retirement?
Or have they spent the
I
money?
want to
Yes, they're
believe.
supposed to
I want to
spend it for
believe.
retirement,
I want to believe Mr.
'cause they go
Tape.
2 ways.
I want to believe Mr. Tape is more than 65.
Okay.
I also want to believe that
Mills Jones.
the former governor of the central bank, Joseph Mills Jones, is more than 65.
Okay.
So when you reach that age, our law say you gotta rest yourself. The age you reach now, no strength, you are declining in, whatever. So you must pack your bags and leave.
Of course.
But my thing here is, Esther, I'm talking about those basic social services that the faculties should get, that they will be able to do their job.
Mhm.
Once they are deprived of these things, they will never be satisfied. See what is happening now. The faculty is saying that they're not going to teach because there are certain things that they listed until the president of the university can look into it and address those issues. They're not going to go back to the classroom. So what becomes of the students who've paid for their credit hours and all of that? So it's very serious. When all these things happening, all these things happening at the University of Liberia, they will stay hearing about big money losing in the country. $2.8 million is unaccounted for at the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. So all the money there, if you are pumping it in the university, giving it, a facelift, making the University of Liberia, giving it state-of-the-art facilities and all of that, paying the teachers on time, paying the professors, everybody on time. All of what we are going through today at the state-run university will be thing of the past. So it's very serious. And this is a warning to, or caveat to, the Liberian National Police. When you people are giving the authority to go and calm down a situation, the police shouldn't be the one to put kerosene in the gas. The police supposed to do everything. You're supposed to use your persuasive method. That's what the police should do. Persuasive method. You got to persuade the protesters. If there's violence or whatever thing, you can calm it down. But when you go there and start to chase after the protesters, you try to beat on them and do other things, it will intensify.
Of course, it will.
So using tear gas, dispersing the crowd, doing all of that, I don't think that was necessary. You know, I don't know who was leading, who was the head of that team that, the head of the police team that went on the riot ground yesterday. There is a way to talk to people. When you talk to some people, they will calm down. But when you go, you start to, say things that will intensify or poke, more stuff, hot water in the hot water, then a trouble coming. Our country too old for these kind of things that are happening. The corruption is everywhere. It's everywhere. The corruption is everywhere. So when we start to attack the main issues, I don't think we'll be having some of these problems. We need to fix the problems at the University of Liberia. That's the state-run university.
Of course.
We need to fix the problems there. So the government needs to pump more money in the University of Liberia. You have all of those professors there, assistant professors, you just name it. And you're not giving them what they're supposed to get. You think they will be satisfied? They wouldn't.
Okay.
They wouldn't be. So if you are taking care of them, giving them everything that's supposed to, that they're supposed to get as professor or assistant professor, you think we'll be hearing some of the noise every time at the University of Liberia? Why always it must be the University of Liberia? Joseph Boakai said bringing in, somebody from outside Liberia to run the university would solve the problem of the university. But it's not. Under the watch of Matthias, we have seen teachers putting down their chalk. While some professors have been recommended for retirement, which I think is good. Once they reach the age, they got to retire. But if they ain't reach the age you want to force them into early retirement, then that's a problem. You either pay them all their benefits, because you can push somebody into early retirement and you pay them that noise.
Of course.
If you say 65-year-old, I'm 60, I got 5 more years to go, and you won't pay me off, you won't force me into early retirement, that's a problem. So we need to fix the problem at the University of Liberia, the government of Liberia. Every day we wake up, there's some kind of noise from the University of Liberia. Today, when the faculty agree to go back to the classroom, the next thing we hear say student protest because they're not getting the other one, they're not getting that other one. So how can people be paying money and the money that they paid, they don't get those benefits of what they paid? Mm-hmm. It's a serious problem in our country, Esther. It's very serious.
Right.
People are just taking laws into their own hands, doing things, and because, everything just upside down. Everything is just upside down. So it's very serious. We really need to, fix these problems so that our country will be able to, move forward. The bread and butter issue in our country is one of the major problems. Right now, we're talking about school opening next week.
Next week?
And I'm
already open?
Yeah. But this coming Monday will be the most serious Monday, except for some schools, private schools that are already, But
the Cali schools are open.
Yeah, the
They
Cali
have started
schools.
lessons already.
Yeah.
My son was studying.
So you see,
Yeah.
so you see, Parents, as they right now, some schools begging the parents now, anything you get, you bring it. Later on, when you get the balance, you bring it. The schools are
Nice.
this. It's not easy.
Yeah, they understand. Even the ones who haven't paid it in school
Yeah,
for this week.
yeah,
Once your child is old student, you did pre-registration, your kid can go to school.
yeah.
In the
You know,
meantime, you be turning around to look for.
now they will not ask you for the
I'm
money.
telling you.
The reason is that child or that student, that old student. That's the privilege you enjoy being an old student. So parents are complaining, they are crying, no money to get their kids in school. So it means that those kids that will be sitting home is a problem for the family. We're talking about school fee business with my poor hand in your bag. She's showing me US dollars. So you see,
I gotta go pay too.
yeah,
That's it.
well, give me something at all. So you see, and you know, all these things we're talking,
Yo.
that money business will come to the money business right now in the country. School fee dog biting people all over. It's not easy. So the children that will be sitting home, they're not going to school. You know what is going to happen to them?
Okay.
We'll be inviting more Zogos. We'll be inviting more disadvantaged youth or at-risk youth, as they call them. Because that child sitting home, all kind of things will be playing on his mind. He's not going to school. He's sitting home. Why the time he's supposed to be in class, in school, he's home.
And the parents are not even home. Sell alone,
yeah.
Look for something.
So that child now will go follow some kind of friend. At the end of the day, that friend will introduce that child to doing drugs or doing something. Right. You see how dangerous it is for our country. It's sad. It's sad. And most of the schools, they not carry school fee up. I'm telling you, the money that some of us were paying last year, it has gone up. So that's the problem in our country. So parents, I know it's not easy, but in whatever way you can get to the school and talk to the school said need to understand too. The money not there. I don't think that people will get the money and they ain't want to pay. The money is not there. They get some private schools here, some nursery. They paying the money that the parents paying for that nursery level is more than what some university of Liberia paying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some private universities. You know, there's some nursery schools, some schools in this place for nursery people paying $2,000, $3,000 annually.
International schools, yeah.
Can you imagine?
If I had the money, I would do the same.
Yeah, it's good when you have the money, you can do it. But I mean, it's not easy though.
Yeah, of course.
You think when the money there, you'll be crying? No. You think the parents will be crying? You think the parents were getting paid on time? People pension was coming on time, and all of that. You think they will be worrying? So the government now need to focus on attention in the private sector. You got to empower the private sector. It's not easy, Esther. I'm telling you. I was just saying the other day on this radio, some of the government officials, they need to disguise themselves and just go in the community and see what the people are going through. Just disguise yourself one day, because some of you don't even care. From your house to your office, your car tinted, everything, you drive home, nobody sees you. Want to take a stroll in your community and see for yourself. It's not easy. You know how many people are sending up messages for school fees? Asking us for school fees, help us. It's not easy. Toto want to backs, but the hands are nowhere. You think who has surplus money will not help? Melanie, me, if I really have money, I'll open feeding school every day to feed people. Go and eat. Because some of the kids, they don't even eat on time. Some kids, some children now, since this morning, they haven't put in nothing good in their system. But we say we got government that have come to rescue. We don't want to rescue these people. They ain't come to rescue us. We rescue them. We rescue Omen Bwaka. We rescue all of them. They're not the one that can't rescue us. If Bwaka, the age that Bwaka reached now, you think Bwaka is supposed to be worrying about dressing, about doing all the one there? That president, yeah, he got to look good. But putting $1.something million in 2 vehicles that would just take you from Painesville to ELW, from ELWA to Executive Mansion. It didn't want taking some of that money to put it in the University of Liberia. You think the faculties will be putting their pen down today? We don't want to rescue the people. They can't rescue us. We rescue all of them. See some of them now, their jaw now expand. Yeah. Some of them that were gabbing. See some of them today. We've rescued these people. They ain't come to rescue us. We are drowning. The people who say they came to rescue us, we don't want to rescue them. We don't want to stay drowning. How you looking up? It's not easy. Everywhere you go, people are complaining. Everywhere you go. I was passing by one guy the other day. I thought I mean the guy I was talking to. I knew that boy was just walking, talking by himself. It's not easy. That play what the country reach now. But folks, tough time don't last. Only tough people do. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep praying. You know, I know it's not easy. But it doesn't mean that you should go and look for trouble. Don't get yourself involved doing bad things. Don't get yourself involved in doing bad things. Because if you get yourself in trouble right now, you know it will cost you money. And you don't have the money, where you going to end up? Behind bars. So they say trouble not low for men, that men low for trouble.
Of course.
You think if you're sitting at home, and I agree, you're not doing nothing, you're just sitting home, or maybe you go and sit at a tire shop or somewhere and you listen to people lecturing and all of that, it eats up your day before you realize the day is gone. Maybe if somebody there can help you, or $100 or $200 to pay your way to go home or find something to eat. But don't get yourself involved in doing bad things. Don't go do drugs. Our children who will not be going to school this semester, while sitting home, don't let your friends put you into doing bad things. Let's go to Esther to take the comments. After that, we're going to take some calls. But let me say good morning to Anthony Patrick Coleman. He's one of the finest upcoming lawyers in this country. I want to wish you a wonderful midweek wherever you are, Anthony Patrick Coleman. He's a good man, and I just want to let you know that I heart you, my dear brother. Let's go on, Esther.
Sure. So let's take the comment section for you. We have Peter one day says, I'm following from Crown Hill community. We have Crafty. We have Crafty says, watching from Unwanted Pregnancy President Community. We're gonna
Unwanted pregnancy. They men are full of we're gonna community to call Unwanted Pregnancy Community.
Says, good morning, my Freedom FM family. I'm watching from my residence in Caldwell. Thanks for the updates to our country, Liberia. We have Joy Bless says, good morning, Freedom FM. I am following live from Upper Caldwell. We have Success says, good morning, Freedom, watching from my Yes Sir community adjacent Mr. Good English compound. We have Success watching. We have Daiti Tokpa says, watching from Omega Market CDC project. We have Christian Sigma says, a pleasant good morning. I'm following this illustrious conversation closely from my comfort zone in District 15. We have James S. Keller says, your morning, presenters. I hope that Sierra Leonean BM Corps president is taking care of our country. We have Justin Dolo says, good morning, Freedom FM. I am watching from Louisiana community or Louisiana Township, Powell Town. And then we have Duarte says, good morning, family. Then Joseph Coty says, good morning, Pre News family. I'm watching from 20th Street. Thanks for the good job. Mary Tule says, good morning. I'm watching you from New Georgia Estate. We have Spencer Mohammed. He says, I'm following you from Propo Connor down Cokespoon Hill, Wentown community. My concern is the way our country is gradually becoming overwhelmed with lawlessness under this unprepared and grossly incompetent squanderer in chief, Satam from Mama Liberia. And then we have BMMC Mining says, good morning, Freedom FM. I'm watching from Kinjaw. We have Yekasin Sano says, good morning, Freedom Family. We have James S. Keller says, Lester Tennant should leave the university. He has no degree. That guy is a complete BM and has no PhD. He is a 419. And then James S. Keller says, you brought a kindergarten teacher to be president of University of Liberia. What a shame. And then T. Max Zugabre Wule says, good morning, darling, and Mr. Nimnan. I'm watching from District 13. And he says, this BM government can lie too much. You don't trust good news. You don't trust good news coming from the University of Liberia under this reckless government. Phoenicia's Junior Bar says, watching live from New Town. Augustine Gavler says, good morning, Freedom FM. I'm watching live from Delaware, USA. We have Brabby M. Bar says, good afternoon, Freedom FM. Following live along the the famous Wegway Avenue in DC. Instead of rescuing the people and country, rescue father and his rascal children have shifted their whole attention to chasing President Weah and the CDC. So sad. Weah is coming back 2029. And then T Max again says, let the BM government tell us where are the Ghana bosses, yellow machines, $22 million rule, and the many NGO companies coming to Liberia. Okay, we have Grace Caesar Divine, Grace Basson says, good afternoon, guys. I'm following from Panosville, Geba. Mary Tule says, good morning. I'm watching you from New Georgia Estate. Henry Yango says, following closely from my end on this cold Wednesday evening. Thanks to the Freedom FF family and team for the great service. We have Christian Sigma again says, you have not even done a rigorous forensic investigation, but just accusing people who are close to former Speaker Honorable Councillor Funati Kofa, which is totally wrong and selective. Man. And then we have Ben Cooper Jr. says, watching Gay Caesar Divine Grace Barson Jr. again says, the country is okay because we already rescued President Bogai and his team. Masa Formula says, I'm watching the show from Brussels, Belgium. And then we have Christian Samuel again says, Boaka and the LMP is trying to cause serious problem and confusion in the country. They are just going after innocent people without substantive evidence. And this needs to stop now. And joining, this is Giflaw Fuolo says, joining from 20th Street Singer. And Duarte says the Liberian people will learn from this. When the CDC government was in power and the government officials used to go in the community to help them, they used to say that our money, we will eat it. Let them eat it now. Nonsense. So far, we know these are all the comments we have.
Thank you very much, Esther, for reading those comments. While you're there and stay watching, you can drop your comments. We still have time to read them. So we are about to go to the phone lines and give you, our listeners, the time to call in and make your input on our talking points. So if you're there, you can call us on the WhatsApp line. Those of you overseas, the WhatsApp line is exclusively here for you. So you can call us on +231 886 500 104. That's the WhatsApp line for our overseas callers. +231-886-500-104. And the local lines 086 500 104, 0776 104 104, 0770 297-016. Those are the numbers to call and be a part of the program from the pre-news on Freedom FM 87.9. This is the midweek presentation, and this program is brought to you through the kind courtesy of Crime Stopper Liberia, Exodus Best Price Store, and Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. This person. Good afternoon. I will have to let you go with that feedback, all right? Not because we want to take your call, so you got to keep your radio down loud. If you call, you have to move away from your monitor. You call us with feedback, I would definitely cut you off. Trust me on that. Let's talk to this person. Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon. Sorry for the feedback off the radio.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. Your apology is accepted. Go ahead. Tell us your name and where you join us from.
Yeah, my name is Mariton Dolo. I call from Burville, District 17.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Dolo.
Yeah, listening to you guys, carefully, keenly this morning. Yeah, so what were you saying, everything, make points and it makes sense. At the time, in the university there, I graduated from the University of Liberia when I was 2021. And at the time, I know what we passed through in that university. Yeah, there are people in that system, they don't want things to be better. And when, the former president got in power, he tried to, make some things easy for us. Like before, we used to stay online to get things, sometimes to get our grade sheet. We used to pay money before we get our grade sheet. But when we are introduced that online, platform, it closed down all those eating holes. All the people start getting pissed off. And what I want to say, most Liberians are blind to good leadership. So that's a problem. People don't know good leaders in this country. So they will always allow the wrong people to overuse them and put them in power. And once you put the wrong people in power, they are only going there, to make themselves rich, and their family to enjoy. Okay. So are we praying to get good leaders? We got most of the people that are blind. And the Bible says, fools die before the time, and we got to be wise. Once we are not wise, the wrong people always use us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dolo. Thank you for your contribution. Let's talk to another person. Good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon. You're live. Let's hear your name and where you join the conversation from.
Yeah, this is
Welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to thank you this morning. With them, my phone, you are very all. They portray here, we get everything to go. Because things that the one used to happy, is happening. Just yesterday, to the point I family day, during the come out to say the prayer reference now. The main meeting there, with their wife, to the point I women to be discussing to be getting the country, and I tell you all. The people just sick is affecting. They say the prayer reference now, they tell you say $14 for rest. So how more for rest? How more for buy rest? Last night was doing the tax confusion. There is school coming open. When then I don't want you to help us. Then they go from best store, they go school here now. That only one can help me with one of my son. Let me are sick. Lord make me hand on my whole left side. My toe, my ball, my feet, my left foot, I'm able to walk this thing. The hospital money I'm looking for on a school fee I'm looking for my children. So to them, what I'm going to do, the frustration, the worriness, and that's so much. So you're continuing to talk. One day, we'll answer one prayer.
Amen. Thank you, Ma Walter. Thank you so much for your contribution. I'm telling you, sad time for our country. When our mothers, our fathers are struggling to get their kids in school. Let's talk to this person. Hello? Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. Welcome to the show.
I'm going to say good afternoon to Darren.
Good afternoon, David.
Yeah, this is David King, and I join you from my residence.
Go ahead, Dave. Let's hear you.
There's a lot of things happening in the country. because Mr. Bwaka behave as if he say he's still campaigning. Every little thing they come to do, they will make it look like it is the first time that this thing has happened. That bridge they talk about there already programmed. When the signing ceremony was done, when you sat with the people and negotiated this thing, is it because you went to the Fuka summit in China, or when this thing came to being? They have forgotten to acknowledge that predecessor, and that is wrong. We saw that here with former President Weah, when the Japan freeway was being dedicated. He acknowledged former President Salif. When the airport terminal was being dedicated, he acknowledged former President Salif. When the Zero Complex was being dedicated by his government, he acknowledged, not just acknowledging, but he named that place in honor of former President Salif. This is the reason why that place is now called the EJS, the Zero Complex. He should have said the young man we are the Zero Complex, but he knows very well that initiative started during the journey of former President Salif. So if we want rapid development in this country, people who brought in vision, even though you are the one who initiated the vision, but some kind of vision will be given to you. That's because you implemented it.
That's true.
All right?
Yeah.
So President Bwaka has failed to recognize his predecessor, and this is the reason why his government is failing. Because the government is failing because they cannot recognize their predecessor. They are RIA rule. They project. They are claiming glory to it. But yesterday he banned off it. He even said this is the reason of you taking men's job and giving it to a board. He said that you're on record. He said it's no bidding swimming pool and it's in the bidding rule. Then there's a same swimming pool rule and you drive on and go to the airport and park up for 1 hour before you leave the house to go there. So we know that Joseph Bwaka last vision you bring not into this country, but you will continue to lie to all I have to say is state campaigning. Now you stop lying and do the work that you are elected to do.
Thank
That's
you.
what I'm about to do. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Let's talk to you, this person. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right, since you're not ready to talk, let me take another person. Good afternoon. Yeah, welcome to the show. Tell us your name and where you join us from.
I'm from Samuka, we know we are in a country that we don't look for it. Let me say, they say better you be. Me, I can change your around. Say better you be with the teacher that you know that the devil that you never see in here. We are not selling for one family. We are advancing and they say, no, I can pay my children's school fee. Yeah, you go. I can pay my children's graduation fee. I can do the when you have many days I can say that I can cry for joy. I'm not making you come with a piece of much better. Who are eating on time. No man I need to be. Yeah, I'm sitting I think what else yesterday driving. But when it's better with all on it. Every time I tell God thank you that one lesson we will learn. We got plenty of lessons to learn. Then they will treat us. Now one person will read for it, one person will follow everybody us.
Oh, so true.
We'll see it.
So
Yeah.
true.
Then they say he go and then we regret it.
Thank
You
you.
regret it.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your contribution. Let's talk to this person. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Yeah, I'm Mike Wolova calling from the Synergy Service Community.
Welcome, Mike. Let's hear you.
Yeah, let me say thank you for all the story point that is there. Really so. You know, everything that we're going through today, ourselves, for ourselves in the area. Around there, traffic comes on the water and say, alligator there, and you say Allah. You are not on the water, and you say Allah. So, like, it was going through they tell us they prepare when not to not go, who say come to the rescue. Now when they come to the rescue, people, them say come to the rescue. Chiwa, Corona, first of all, as a leader, once you take in power, you always compare your predecessor well, the person starts on when you come to end it from, that's to acknowledge that God bless you. Because man, there's a man said, why you can't do it?
That's disservice. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Let's talk to you, this person. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Tell us your name now and where you join us from.
This is Burma William, and I'm joining you on my way to my capital shop this afternoon to the precise district, the People Village.
Welcome, Burma. Let's hear you.
Let me say good afternoon to your co-host this afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay. You know that even will learn the hard way. If the easy way come for all to learn, we reduce it, and then when the hard way come, that's the time we will learn. And then in there, school opening they go Monday. Then my children's school will be opening next Monday. The first $5 liberty, I don't have this laying out somewhere to say, oh, I can use that money to be able to register my children. Yesterday, at this time, I was able to register my children there, and they even pay some of their tuition. Today, to even call somebody, the customer, to say, oh, how you doing? Oh, I've been trying to get you to pay something for me, to build enough cover for me, to do that work for me, but I've been trying to get them. I tell you what you call me, but can't do the measurement. Today, you call somebody, the only thing is, oh, it's not easy, then wait it. It's not easy, then wait it. So, where are we heading? We're heading people to get the old respect come down. The respect come down. How much the U.S. rate now? Is the U.S. rate down to 152 like President Wiata? They said the rate was expensive to Wiata. We agree. The rate was expensive as a clean. But how much was the U.S. rate? 150. So compare 150 rate at that time and compare 200 rate at this time, then you feel ready to put in that on.
Okay.
What you put it out for? The issue of the bridge. You are saying, oh, I didn't buy the comment doing this. When yesterday, John William was implementing some project, and he was appreciating my Eddie for our work done. He always acknowledged my Eddie to say, oh, I want to take my predecessor.
Okay.
Because it is true something like a video to establish another thing too. For today, you everything want to clean glory, everything you want to clean glory. Thank you for your time, my brother.
Thank you. Let's take our last call. Oh, no. We have to let you go. We're taking you as our last caller, but you gave us that kind of feedback. So let's squeeze this person in as our last caller. Good afternoon.
How you doing, sir?
We fine. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. You are the last caller. Let's hear you quickly.
I'm calling from Gando State in Nimakante.
Oh, so you were in Gando yesterday, right? When that thing happened?
No, I was in Gando. I was in Guinea when it happened.
Oh, okay. But I just
want to tell you that you should be able to announce the traditional dialect when we talking or able to hear it going through a live running campaign with live.
Okay.
Here was talking about the destruction that went on. He was talking about what Joseph Baga is doing. One guy went there and said, oh man, anything Joseph Baga will not bring, we're not bring, I'm more than not bring this. The woman, no one is not dancing. He said, Joseph Baga was away, they told a big shit. So I want for a nice sort of piece, I want to announce in Dallas, in Lima, in the world country again, in the country.
Okay. Thank you. Well, think about it. I think that's a fine recommendation. Thank you so much.
Yes, what I said. Yes.
All right, Baba. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, folks, that's all the time we've got to be here. We'll be here tomorrow. Tomorrow, like Esther always says, is the best of the pre-news of what's on your mind. So you can join us tomorrow for What's on Your Mind edition of the show. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Crime Stopper Liberia, Exodus Best Price Store, and Mayuba and Sons. My name is Wendell. Esther Daku was here.